Good morning, friends. So, today I start a series which I started yesterday. Name of the series is Varanasi, and I tried to make 11 or 10 part of this series. That means, name of the series is Varanasi, and I tried to make 10 or 11 part of it. And I think time duration is between 20 to 40 minutes. So, I keep it as good as possible and not try to not go beyond 40 minutes. Okay, and I try to cover each and every aspect related to that series. Okay, so why I choose to start that series first? Okay, because before that I started teaching you some lectures through a quotation. Okay, but I think why not I started a series of 10 or 11 videos in each series from part 1 to part 10 or part 11 and try to cover through that series a whole issue about that series. Okay, so I choose today's topic is Varanasi because this this is oh, this is my favorite city, and why it is, in earlier videos. See, when you wander around this city you see various things, and when you analyze these things you got a deeper perspective of each and everything. Even a single stone when you pick up you experience a different than any other stone, whichever it is. So my point here is that when you visit Varanasi you see various places, like you see ghats, temples, what I can say, universities, all kinds of people. Okay, from religious to non-religious, like Shiva, Buddha, Kabir, Tulsidas, Ramayana, Mahabharat, mean Gurudwara, churches, Jain temples, Parsi temples. You see each and every kind of religious gathering here. Why? Because this is the ancient city in India, and it contains a lot of information about what is happening in 4 to 5 thousand years before that. So when you wander around India, you hear the name of Varanasi, like uh, some people called it as Kasi, some people called it as Banaras. Okay, and modern day its name is Varanasi because this city is built on the understanding of a human mechanism. How a human mechanism is built, people go a deeper insight into that, and they built this city. You can say a Vishwanath temple is a core of this city, and every other things are situated around it. Okay, so actually anyone visit this city experience various kind of things which that person can never experience in his life. And my, what can I say, my motivation to visit this city is to find truth about everything, like is religion good or not, what is truth behind it, what is truth behind about life, what is truth about death, what is truth about karma, what these things are actually, and what is reality behind it. Okay, because I confuse a lot in these things. What is life, what is death, what is karma, what is previous life, what is afterbirth, and why people after death visit this city as a holy place, and why various kinds of temple are built here, and what are their role in people's mind, and what is the core idea behind building this whole city. Okay, because Ganga is flowing through five states, so why only this particular city is considered as so holy than any other places? Okay, not only because of Ganga. Okay, because, not only because of what can I say, Vishwanath temple or Ganga, because here you can see various type of things. Okay, in ancient times, commerce is very prosper. Great minds like Aryabhatta is gain knowledge from here. Okay, great mathematician emerge from here. Okay, basic mathematics on which modern mathematics or science is built is evolved from here. Okay, now time this city is not in its full-fledged state, but when this city is in its glorious state, many what can I say, many great literature, great mathematics book, great teachers, great saints are living here and give their wisdom to the world. Okay, Kabir from here. Kabir, who is considered as a bridge between Hindu and Muslim. Okay, and also he put his doha on various issues. Okay, on one hand, he criticized rituals, and on other hand, he accepted it. That means he also in a dilemma of right and wrong and try to find truth about it. Okay, Tulsidas written his Ramayana here on Tulsidas Ghat. Banaras Hindu University, a great university, is situated here. Vidyapeeth, another great university situated here. Sampuranand University, which is solely dedicated for Sanskrit, teaching Sanskrit, is situated here. That means in this one city, three universities are situated. Kabir Das from here, Shiva temple is here, Sarnath is here, which is considered as a pilgrimage site for Buddhism. Parsnath temple is here, which is also considered as a holy place for Jainism. Ramcharitmanas is written here. In Ramnagar fort, people say or legends say Mahabharata, some story of Mahabharata is written down here. So I can say, you can say millions of stories are written here, and millions, you can find the root of millions of questions here. Okay, on these ghats, many types of what can I say, intellectual person who do not show their intellect in the form of what can I say, today's generation show. They develop their intelligence here and not use only their intellect, they use their whole intelligence and benefit the whole world during their era. So I, when I visited this city, I put a quote about this city here. Varanasi is a city where you can experience each and everything which is not need, I think, which is needed for a human being to live a full-fledged life form on planet Earth. That means what a human being want to achieve in his whole life form, that person can achieve this if he experience think about his life. Okay, that means when that person know the core of his life, that person know each and everything about it, about his or her life, and through that they can experience the whole cosmos within it. Okay, so my point here is that here it's needed, not need. Okay, So my point here is that when you visited the city, question related to birth, question related to death, karma, religion, knowledge, poor versus rich, rituals, about truth, about what can I say, cosmos, human mechanism, what can I say, about also gender, about literature, dance, not only dance, classical dance, music, and other things. You experience many things here, and also great beings. How can I forget this? Great beings like Shiva, like Kabir, like Premchandra, considered as a god of Hindi literature. Parsunath, Buddha. Buddha gave his first sermon here in Sarnath. Okay, so in this lecture, I try to just cover some basics. What can I say? It's type of introductory lecture, and in the next videos, I try to cover each and every aspect in its detail. Okay, see, this is a city, Varanasi city. This is a picture of ghats. You can clearly see in this picture river Ganga is flowing here, and on the bank of river Ganga this city is built. Okay, this is a temple, people taking bath near ghats. Okay, these are series of temples, these are stairs. Okay, these are beautiful architecture like a palace of a king. Earlier when the city is ruled, that king made his palace here. Okay, these are flags. Okay, this is a recent picture. Okay, and when this city is in ancient era, this picture is totally different. Okay, so you can I think here you can see Ahilya Bhai. You know, Ahilya Bhai is from Maharashtra. So there is a unique characteristic about this city is also is in India we have 28 states and 9 UTs, and I think each, not each and every state, but most of the states has built some or other kinds of temple or other architecture here in this city. Okay, when I visited this city, I say Kedar Ghat. This ghat is built by Tamil Nadu, Tamil Nadu state, and very beautiful ghat. This ghat is very beautiful. Second, I visited Darbhanga Ghat. As the name suggests, this city is from Bihar. So Darbhanga Ghat built by people from Bihar. Okay, and I say Tulsi Ghat. This ghat is built on the name of Sant Tulsidas, who written Ramayana in Awadh language. So there is 84 ghats, and each ghats is named on either on the name of a person or on the name of a particular place in a state. Okay, or on some particular event. Okay, like I can say Madikanika Ghat. This ghat is based on a legend where when Shiva and Parvati wander, earring of Parvati drop fell down into the water, and when Shiva searched it, they not found that earring. So they cursed that ghat that people after death are burned here. Okay, so on that legend, that ghat is named as Mani Karnika Ghat. Okay, Mani means a stone, Karnika means ear. Okay, a stone from your ear, like earrings fell here. Okay, and another ghat is, I can say, Dasasamit Ghat. This ghat is also based on a legend where people can say here, what can I say, yagya. Okay, rituals are happen and 10 horses sacrifice here. So this ghat is named thus Aswamedh Yagya Ghat. Okay, and also people say that many god and goddesses are live beneath the river on this ghat only. Okay, so I visited very few places here. When I complete visiting the whole city, I complete also my whole series. Okay, so on daily basis I upload one part of it as I travel, and I try to understand each and everything. It is not possible to complete the whole series in 11 days, but I live in this city, so I visited most of the parts and I left few. So on the basis of that experience, that knowledge, I try to cover complete this section. Okay, this is another picture of the ghat. Clearly see what a beautiful ghat. And I think this is picture when sunrise in its full swing. Okay, here you can see also, I think the same picture in what we have seen in the previous slide, the same three temples, this series of temples and people taking bath in the river. Okay, but difference is that the previous picture is when, I think the previous picture is from afternoon, and this picture is when sunrise occur. This is another picture. Okay, and this I bet that this picture is from the Saswamedh Ghat, because when I visited that ghat, I see these two pillars. On this pillar, picture of Shiva is painted, and on this pillars, picture of Brahma is painted. Okay, and on these ghats, daily Ganga Aarti take place. Okay, so I think I stop this lecture here, and I take each and every issue in holistic manner and upload video in next 9 days. I think 9 days left. This is part 2, and I think I'm part 11. Part 1 to part 11. I try to cover the whole issue in these 11 parts. Okay. So what can you learn from today's video is that whatever you want to experience in your life, from till your birth to till your death, you can experience here, because these 84 gods are dedicated to 84 different dimensions. Like Manikarnika Ghat is Manikarnika and Harishchandra, dedicated for death rituals. Thus Aswamedh Ghat, dedicated for Ganga Aarti. Many other ghats also play this ritual of Ganga Aarti, but this one is most famous one. Okay, and other ghats are based on some legend or some dedication of some particular region of India. Okay, So thank you. I stop this lecture here, and I think you benefited from this lecture, and I try my best to record other lectures and upload in a timely manner. So please, my personal suggestion is please visit this city, because whatever you learn from the video, audio, text, images, or talking, all are good, but not good as you experience these things by yourself. So please, what can I say? Please take a break of, I can say, a week or fortnight, and visit this city. You can experience things which you have never experienced in your life. This is my suggestion, and please visit this city. Okay, so thank you. I stop this lecture here. Thank you very much.